guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well. In this video, we're going to talk about some easy and useful expressions for everyday conversations. There are different ways for asking and answering question, how are you? Most of the time, you hear, how are you? And you answer, I'm fine. I'm fine. But in the US, people usually ask and answer different questions and different answers. Instead of how are you, they use different questions. And instead of I'm fine, they use different answers. In this video, you're going to learn different ways of asking and answering questions. How are you? I'm fine. Now, let's start with the first one. For example, you can answer, I'm fine. Pretty good. Pretty good means I'm very good. Not bad. You use not bad when you're just okay. Or you can say, okay. Good. Very well. Sometimes you can hear different questions, like, how's it going? How's it going? Although this question is same as how are you, but you cannot answer to this question I'm fine. For example, when someone asks you how's it going, you cannot say I'm fine. Never use this answer. It's a little bit strange, but you can say good. You can say pretty good. You can say not bad. Or you can say I'm okay. Sometimes you are not okay. You can answer, how's it going? I can say, not so well. Not great. Not so good. But be careful. When you use this answer, after that, you will hear these questions. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's the matter? And then you have to explain about your problem. So be careful. If you answer in this way, if you say, not so good, not great, not so well, then you should be ready to explain about the reason, to explain about your problem, to explain about your issue. Yes? Great. Another way of asking how are you, you will hear what's up. What's up? And you can answer nothing much or not much. But again, be careful. Although the question is same as how are you, but you cannot answer I'm fine. Never use this sentence. Say nothing much or not much. Another important thing, when someone asks you how are you, that person doesn't mean or doesn't want to ask about your health. This is the polite way for starting conversation. So, being healthy or unhealthy is not important in this situation. This is just beginning. In this part, we're going to talk about different ways of asking and answering to the question, what's your job? What's your job? This is really direct, and most American people don't use this question when they want to ask about someone's job. There are different ways for asking about someone's job. But listen to these two questions. What are you doing? I'm speaking English. What do you do? I'm an English teacher. Do you see the difference? The first one is about at the moment, present time. Now, what are you doing? And I say, I'm speaking English. But the second one is about someone's job. These two questions sound similar, but they have different meanings. The first one, what are you doing? you have to answer ing form. Am is are plus ing because you are talking about now. You are talking about at the moment. But the other one is about routine, is about someone's job. We can say, what do you do? Is it about now or is it about at the moment? No, that's not. When you want to ask someone's doing at the moment or now, we can say, what is he doing? Or what are you doing? But when we want to ask about someone's job, we can say, what do you do? Or we can say, what's your job? Most of the native speakers use this question when they want to ask about someone's job. They don't say, what's your job? They say, what do you do? And when they want to say it faster, they say, what do you do? What do you do? And in answer, you can use I'm or I am plus your job. For example, what do you do? I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor. I'm a police officer. I'm an engineer. Sometimes you want to tell about your workplace. When you want to tell about your workplace, you can say, I work at a hospital. I work at a hospital. I work at a law firm. I work at school. But if you work for a big company, you can say like this. I work for Microsoft. I work for Google. I work for this company. Okay. Now, when you ask someone, what do you do or what's your job, and that person tells you his or her job, it's polite to say or give a comment. You can say, how interesting, or that must be interesting, or you can say, oh, really? In this part, we are going to ask some different questions for where are you from. In this way, you can ask where are you from, but it has different meanings. Maybe about the city. Maybe it can be about the country. Or maybe it can be about the state. So Americans ask different questions from where are you from. So, when someone asks you, where are you from, you can answer different questions. One of them, I'm from, and you can say your country. Or you can say your nationality. I'm American. I'm Chinese. Or if you are from a famous city, you can say the name of your city. For example, I'm from Beijing. I'm from New Delhi. In the United States, they don't ask where are you from or where do you come from. They use simple question. They say, where are you from? Where are you from? This is simpler. And in answer, they can say the name of the country. So they take out are and just say, where are you from? In some parts of the US, they don't ask in this way. They ask yes or no questions. For example, are you from California? Or are you from San Diego? Or are you from New York? And in answer, you can say yes, or if the answer is no, you can use no plus your nationality. For example, no, I'm Canadian. No, I'm Japanese. In this part, we're going to ask some questions instead of what's your name. I know that this is the first question that you learned when you wanted to start learning English. What's your name? But most of native speakers never use this question. They can say, could you introduce your name? Or could you introduce yourself? Or maybe sometimes they introduce themselves. For example, I'm Sarah, and you? or I'm Sam, and you, they don't use the question, what's your name? This is not really polite in America. Sometimes you know someone's name, but you forgot. What is the polite way to ask again? How can you say one more time? You can say, excuse me, what was your name again? Excuse me, what was your name again? This is the best way. First, you have to apologize that you forgot his or her name, and then you can ask his or her name in this way. Excuse me, what was your name again? The next question, what's your phone number? What's your phone number? This is really direct question that is not polite to ask people. Maybe they don't want to give their number to you, or maybe they don't use their phone as much as they used in the past. Maybe they prefer to have connection with you by email. So, if you want to ask someone's phone number, you can say, can I get your number? Can I get your number? Or you can say, could I get your number? Could I get your number? These two ways are more polite than what's your phone number. And number is short form of phone number. But sometimes people prefer to give their email to you. In this way, you have to ask about their emails. Do you know how to ask? In this way, you can say, could I get your email address? Or, can I get your email address? This is more polite than what's your email address. So there are two ways. They are really simple, but they are very casual.